Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this. Calming the system, the body-brain loop. So, we'll get to that in a minute. Beautiful night out. Starting to get warm. It was 81 degrees out today. I'm wearing this because it's cooler in the house, in the shade. Hope everybody's doing well. It's the weekend. Well, it's Friday anyway. Calming the system, the body-brain loop. All right? So, a lot of people talk about calming the nervous system, teaching the nervous system to calm down. If you're doing it in any amount of intensity, like I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, if we really want the system to calm down, there's multiple ways of doing it, right? There's not just one thing to do. But we want to calm the system down because my belief is the symptoms will settle down when you do, right? So if you're going about this recovery or this healing process with any degree of intensity and push and drive and got to do it fast because I got to get out of these symptoms right away, that's not terribly calming to the nervous system, is it? Right? We don't want to do this with intensity because intensity is the opposite of what we're trying to do. We're trying to convey we're good. So I'm going to encourage you to slow down, right? Slow down. Slow down your thinking. Slow down your actions. Slow down your breath, right? Slow down. Because speed and intensity will just keep you amped up, for sure. So, what do I mean by the body-brain loop? Well, we can calm down the body consciously with our brain, right? We can say, oh, I'm tense, let me consciously relax the body. Let me let the tension out of my body. And it's a conscious effort to do that. You have to be aware of it. I'm carrying tension. Let me consciously relax it so that our breathing can kind of take on a more natural, slower pace, right? That's the brain part of it. But it's influencing the body. And when we do that with the body and we get into a nice relaxed state, guess what happens? It loops back up to the brain, which further slows down the thinking and the intensity. And so there's a loop. You can influence the body with the brain, but by the body getting into a calm state, you're absolutely influencing the brain as well. So there's a lot of techniques and tools out there. And admittedly, for a long time, I haven't really been talking about them. I haven't been teaching them. Primarily because they were not part of my recovery. I tried, but they weren't really part of it. Maybe they were part of it, but I didn't give them credit. But here's the deal. I tried meditation. Didn't work. And the reason for it was my intention for meditating was to get an outcome and fix these damn back pain and sciatica, right? I was trying to meditate to end my pain. It wasn't productive. Didn't actually work because every time I'd get done meditating for 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever it is, I'd say, did it work? No. Right? And so after a while, I kind of decided that meditation doesn't work because I wasn't getting the result I wanted. So I kind of gave up on it. I tried the visualization stuff as well. And, I did a number of things. I kind of created this literally with video editing software and pictures from the web. I created a movie of myself strong and powerful and good music behind it and affirmations and all that stuff. And I would watch that and watch that. Never really worked because the intention was I'm creating this movie and watching it to fix my back pain and sciatica. Didn't really work, right? So the visualizations I tried, the meditations I tried the breath work. Again, my intention was always fix, fix, fix. I tried the journaling, the intention, fix, fix, fix. I poured out my heart onto the page, fix never worked. My intention was always wrong. So it's really important to dial down the whole system. There's absolutely a loop, because if we're thinking kind of frantically, our body's going to feel that frantically. But if we're nice and chill, it's going to slow down our thinking, right? Imagine you're sitting on a beach, you're on a beach chair, your toes are in the sand, water's lapping at your feet, seagulls are overhead, you're watching the waves, and you're just chill. Your body relaxes into the chair. You're grounded to the earth. It feels good. You're just at peace, right? And we can get into that state. And oftentimes it's the environment, which is why a lot of times I shoot out here. I love being outside. Unfortunately, I work inside most of the time, but I do love being outside. So this kind of calms me down, centers me a little bit. But imagine being on the beach. What happens? You're thinking and worrying, and the frantic, I gotta fix myself stuff kind of slows down. So we can influence the body with the brain, but the body can influence the brain as well. It's a loop. And so maybe start to think about some practices to get out of this intense, hurried, desperate to fix ourselves state. And even if it's just for a little while, see if you can get your body to calm down, because when you do, the brain will calm down. Or it can start at the other end. Try to get your brain to calm down so that your body will calm down. But if you can get into this loop in a nice, productive way, calm, 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 calm. If symptoms are up, calm, calm. Stay calm, don't panic. Because if you launch into panic every time your symptoms take a little jump or a new one pops up, that will delay the recovery. Now, I will honor it. When symptoms are happening, it's really hard to stay calm. So if you're in a panic up here, sometimes a really good solution is to come back down here, right? Because you're not going to think your way out of a panic in a high degree of symptoms in a real intense day. You're just not. Rational thought leaves the building. So if you're in that state of chaos and turmoil and desperation, relax your body. Slow your body. Move slower. Talk slower. Breathe slower. Let the tension out as much as you can, because some people it's hard. There's parts of us that are pretty tense because of how long and how intensely we've been dealing with symptoms. But as much as you can. Slow the breath. Allow the body to soften, right? And what you're going to find out is your thinking goes from fast and frantic to slower. And I hear a lot of folks in my coaching tell me that when they can kind of get a grip on the chaos and say, nope, we're going to slow, sensations can settle down, sometimes pretty quickly. So I'm going to encourage you, no matter what's going on, to try to get into this brain-body loop. Enter wherever you want. Enter with the body, and that'll help slow down the brain, or slow down the brain. They're really connected, folks. Everybody talks about the mind and body are connected. It's really one system. So it doesn't matter where you kind of grab the lever and pull and slow it down. You can do it by slowing your thinking, your speech, your actions, your physical movements, relaxing, softening your body so that you can breathe more comfortably. These are all great, great ways that you can settle the system down. And you do that consistently, and you stay out of the panic and the freak out and the tension and the fast movement and fast talking and desperation. Right? You see how I probably just caused some of you to go, ooh, that doesn't feel good. But I'm doing it to kind of emphasize how easy it is for us to get into that frantic state. And what I'm trying to emphasize here is that we do have a choice. we can become aware of what's going on, how we're thinking, acting, behaving, speaking, and make a conscious, proactive choice and commitment to ourselves to settle down, slow down the body, relax it, slow the breathing. If you're talking to somebody, slow down. There's no rush to get out as many words as you can, right? Slow down. By doing so, your thinking is going to slow down as well. Rational thought can come back online. So what do you guys think about this? There's two ways to slow the system down, and they both work well together. You can do both. So think about the brain-body loop to settle down the system, because you're not going to panic your way into a calm nervous system. You're not going to think your way into a calm nervous system. You have to settle it down with your thinking and body. And so give that some thought. Start to put some things into play. You know, I just came across, there is a 528 hertz, frequency, music, that's at that certain frequency. And it is being portrayed as the love frequency and a healing frequency. Go to YouTube, search for 528 hertz music, and you will find some. And what you will find is that music will settle you down. And while listening to it, maybe think about some gratitude, things you're grateful for in your life. Play around with that. But think about that brain-body loop and try to settle them both down. Because when you do, and you do that consistently, and you stay out of the panic and the freak out, things can get better. Things start to get easier. And if you want to play with that, 528 HZ music, search for that on YouTube. There's countless tracks of that. Some of them 10, 12 hours long, so you can put it on at night and sleep to it. So experiment with this stuff and report back, please. Let me know in a comment on a future video, on this video. Keep me posted how this works. Focus on calming the brain and the body, and you're going to find your system starts to settle down a lot quicker than if you frantically try to push away symptoms and fight them. Doesn't work, folks. Focus on calm, trust. Don't do it because you're trying to get rid of symptoms. Do it because it feels good. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.